What if I told you that everything you desire is within your reach, but not in the way you probably think? We've been taught to believe that in order to achieve what we want, we need to work harder, plan better, or have some kind of luck. But what if I told you there's a more powerful and profound way to get it? Today, I want to share with you the Stoic secret that can help you manifest what you desire, not through external pressure or obsessing over results, but by changing your internal focus. Imagine waking up each day with an inner peace that doesn't depend on what's happening in the outside world. Imagine knowing that, regardless of the challenges you face, you have control over how they affect you and how you respond to them. That's what Stoicism can offer you. By the end of this video, not only will you understand the power of these principles, but you'll also have a clear roadmap on how to apply them to your daily life. But before we begin, I'd like to invite you to subscribe to the channel if you're ready to become the best version of yourself. Often, when we think about achieving what we desire, we focus on external things: money, success, social approval, or even romantic relationships. But the Stoics knew that placing our happiness in the hands of external factors was a recipe for dissatisfaction. Why? Because we don't have absolute control over those things. We can't control how others act, the conditions of the market, or even the weather. So why depend on them for our happiness? The power of Stoicism lies in teaching you to detach from the outcome while still moving forward with discipline. This way, you allow yourself to flow with life, without emotionally draining yourself over things you cannot change. In fact, when you release the pressure of having to get something at all costs, your mind clears, and you begin to act from a place of serenity, which often leads to desired results coming more naturally. And that's why today, I present to you 8 Stoic habits to help you achieve what you desire, all while staying calm. Habit 1: focus only on what you can control. One of the fundamental pillars of Stoicism, and one of the most powerful for achieving what you desire, is focusing your energy on what you can truly control. And although it seems simple, we often fall into the trap of worrying about things completely out of our hands. So, how can you apply this habit to your daily life and feel the difference? First, you must understand that many of the things that cause us stress, anxiety, or frustration are related to external factors we can't control: the weather, what others think of us, our boss's decisions, or even the responses we get from those we love. We emotionally drain ourselves trying to change things that simply aren't within our control. This is where Stoicism offers us a liberating approach. When you focus only on what's under your control, your thoughts, your actions, and your reactions, you release an enormous amount of emotional energy that was previously wasted on pointless worries. You can't control whether your boss promotes you, but you can control the effort you put into your work. You can't control whether people appreciate you the way you'd like, but you can control the quality of your interactions. The power lies in recognizing those limits and dedicating all your attention to what you can change. Marcus Aurelius, one of the great Stoic philosophers, expressed it masterfully when he said, "Waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be. Be one." This quote reminds us that instead of wasting time trying to control how others should act or how circumstances should be, the best thing you can do is focus on yourself and how you choose to react. For example, if you're working towards a goal and encounter obstacles, don't dwell on how unfair it seems or how difficult it may be. Focus on what you can do today, on the small steps that are within your control. By doing this, you not only move faster towards what you want, but you also feel more at peace because you're not fighting against the uncontrollable. Remember, Stoicism is not about resignation, it's about redirecting your energy towards what truly matters: your mind, your decisions, and your attitude. If you can master this habit, you'll be much closer to attracting what you desire without the emotional exhaustion that often holds us back. Habit 2. Cultivate a resilient mind. Resilience is a fundamental skill when it comes to getting what you want, and Stoicism teaches us that it's not just about withstanding adversity but about adapting to it in a way that makes us stronger. Cultivating a resilient mind means developing the ability to face challenges with calm, clarity, and determination without losing sight of your goals. It's about learning to bounce back, not just surviving storms, but finding in them the lessons that allow you to grow. In life, setbacks are inevitable. Financial difficulties, personal problems, losses, or simply the small hiccups of everyday life. Stoic resilience doesn't mean ignoring those difficulties, but seeing them as opportunities to improve your inner strength. By cultivating a resilient mind, you change your perception of obstacles. Instead of viewing them as barriers that stop you, you see them as challenges that push you to evolve. Epictetus, one of the greatest Stoic masters, reminded us that it is not things that disturb us, but our interpretation of them. This means that it's not the obstacle itself that causes us pain, but how we face it. Resilience begins with changing your internal narrative. Instead of thinking, "This is unfair" or "Why me?" you can shift your focus and ask, "What can I learn from this?" Or "How can I grow from this experience?" A clear example of this is when you fail at something that matters to you. Instead of sinking into frustration, a resilient mind seeks the lesson, "What can I do better next time? How can I adjust my strategy to avoid making the same mistakes?" This process of active reflection is what strengthens your ability to bounce back over and over until you finally achieve what you desire. Another key aspect of resilience is maintaining calm in the midst of chaos. When things don't go as expected, impulsiveness or panic can lead you to make rash decisions or give up on your goals. But if you learn to remain calm and assess each situation from a place of mental stability, you'll be able to make wiser, more effective decisions. To cultivate a resilient mind, start by accepting yourself in difficult moments. Don't punish yourself for feeling vulnerable or overwhelmed, because those emotions are part of the process. What's important is not to get stuck in them, but to use them as a springboard to move forward with more strength and wisdom. Habit 3. Develop emotional discipline. Emotional discipline is one of the most powerful keys that will help you achieve everything you desire in life. It's not about suppressing your emotions, but about learning to manage them effectively. Emotions are natural and essential, but when we allow them to dominate our decisions, they can pull us away from our goals. Stoicism teaches us not to be slaves to our emotions, but to be their masters. When I talk about emotional discipline, I'm referring to the ability to feel, but not let those emotions control you or divert you from the path you've set for yourself. This means that, in moments of frustration, anger, or even sadness, you have the mental strength to avoid reacting immediately or impulsively. Instead, you breathe, reflect, and choose a wiser response aligned with what you truly want to achieve. One of the great Stoic teachings is that emotions are a reaction, not an absolute reality. The Stoic philosopher Seneca said, "Suffering is optional." If you think about it, strong emotions like anger or fear are inevitable, but what matters is how you choose to act when you feel them. You can let them consume you, or you can take control and decide how to respond. This is the essence of emotional discipline, having the inner strength to choose your response rather than allowing the chaos of emotions to drag you down. Imagine you have an important project, but something unexpected happens, and you feel discouraged or angry. Without emotional discipline, you might abandon the project or make rash decisions that you'll later regret. But with emotional discipline, you'll be able to pause, feel what you feel, and then act rationally, staying focused on your goals. Developing this skill doesn't happen overnight, but you can start with small steps. For example, instead of reacting immediately when something bothers you, give yourself a few seconds to breathe. Ask yourself if what you're about to say or do will bring you closer to or further from what you really want. This simple habit can completely change how you handle daily challenges. Emotional discipline also helps you stay calm in difficult situations. When you can control your emotions, you're less likely to fall into anxiety or panic. This allows you to make clearer, more strategic decisions, which is essential for achieving your goals. Remember, you can't avoid feeling, but you can choose how to react. Emotional discipline will allow you to act wisely rather than being driven by impulses that could sabotage your efforts. Habit 4. Accept change as part of life. Change is a constant in life, and learning to accept it is one of the most important lessons Stoicism offers us. Often, we resist change because we cling to the known, to the comfortable. But the truth is that change is inevitable, and the sooner we learn to embrace it, the more resilient we become. The Stoic philosopher Epictetus used to say, "It's not events that disturb us, but our interpretation of them." This means that it's not change itself that affects us, but our resistance to it. When we face a new or unexpected situation, our mind tends to panic or generate fear, but if we accept that change is part of life's natural cycle, we can see these transitions as opportunities rather than threats. Accepting change also means letting go of control over circumstances we can't manage. As with the previous habits, Stoicism teaches us to focus only on what's within our control. Change is often out of our hands, but we can control our response to it. We can choose to resist and suffer, or we can adapt, learn, and grow. For example, think of a time in your life when something changed unexpectedly, a job, a relationship, or even your health. Instead of resisting and fighting against the inevitable, imagine how it would have been to accept the new reality and find a lesson or opportunity in it. Accepting change doesn't mean giving up or settling, but having the wisdom to understand that every situation brings new possibilities. Moreover, accepting change frees us from the burden of what is no longer. Clinging to what has passed only brings us pain and frustration. In contrast, when we accept that things evolve, that people change, and that circumstances aren't always the same, we open ourselves to new experiences, new ways of seeing the world, and the possibility of personal growth. Adopting an acceptance mindset toward change also helps us stay calm in the face of uncertainty. Instead of fearing what's to come, we learn to trust that with every change, we also have the ability to adapt and find a new way forward. Change is inevitable, but suffering is not. If you accept change as a natural part of life, you will free yourself from the burden of resistance and be able to navigate life with a more serene and open attitude. Habit 5. Maintain an abundance mindset. Having an abundance mindset is key to living a more fulfilling and serene life. Often, we live in a scarcity mindset, worrying about what we lack instead of focusing on what we already have. We compare ourselves to others, feel that we aren't enough, or that we don't have enough. However, Stoicism invites us to shift this perspective and cultivate an abundance mindset. Maintaining an abundance mindset means recognizing that you already have what you need to be happy. According to the Stoic philosopher Seneca, True wealth does not consist in having many things but in being content with what you have. This habit is not just about material goods but also about valuing the small things in life, such as meaningful relationships, health, nature, or moments of inner peace. When you shift your focus from scarcity to abundance, you realize that life already offers you many opportunities, even in difficult times. Instead of focusing on what you lack or on what you cannot control, an abundance mindset allows you to see what is available to you right now. Maybe you don't have the perfect job, but you have the ability to learn and grow. Maybe you don't have everything you desire, but you have the opportunity to enjoy what is present today. Moreover, an abundance mindset fosters gratitude. As you practice recognizing the positive things that are already part of your life, like your achievements, relationships, and resources, you create an inner sense of satisfaction. This habit steers you away from anxiety and the constant desire for more, helping you live in the present and appreciate your surroundings. Stoicism also teaches us that an abundance mindset is not tied to external things but to our interpretation of them. It's not about having more money, more success, or more things, but knowing that, internally, you are already enough. Sometimes, true abundance is found in simplifying, in letting go of what you don't need, and in freeing up mental space occupied by worries and materialism. Having an abundance mindset also influences your interactions with others. When you feel complete and grateful, you become more generous, compassionate, and willing to help others. Believing that the world has enough for everyone allows you to stop viewing life as a competition and start celebrating the successes and happiness of others, knowing that there is abundance for you too. By cultivating this habit, you begin to see opportunities where you once saw limitations. Abundance is not an external circumstance. It is a mental state that opens you up to a world of possibilities and inner satisfaction. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you're ready to start shaping your new inner self. Habit 6. Surround yourself with people who uplift you. One of the most powerful aspects of personal growth and the development of a Stoic mindset is the environment in which you find yourself. The people you surround yourself with can greatly influence how you see yourself, how you face challenges, and the level of confidence you develop. That's why it's essential to surround yourself with people who uplift you, support your goals, and motivate you to be the best version of yourself. Stoicism reminds us to be mindful of the influences we allow into our lives. According to Epictetus, avoid associating with those who pull you down, for they will not lead you toward virtue. This doesn't mean you should reject everyone who isn't aligned with your principles, but it's important to surround yourself with people who encourage growth, challenge you in a positive way, and share a constructive vision of life. The people with whom you spend most of your time can affect your mindset, whether positively or negatively. If you are surrounded by people who constantly complain, have a pessimistic view, or don't believe in their own potential, you're likely to be influenced by that same energy. On the other hand, when you surround yourself with people who are resilient, optimistic, and constantly seek to grow, you absorb that drive and feel motivated to keep moving forward. Having a support circle that shares similar values and goals not only keeps you focused but also provides a solid emotional network. We all face tough moments, and having people who understand and encourage you is crucial for staying firm on your path. Additionally, these people often offer you a different perspective, helping you see solutions where before you only saw problems. It's not about seeking perfect friendships but about surrounding yourself with individuals who genuinely care about your well-being, who are committed to their own personal growth, and who also want to see you succeed. These types of relationships generate a positive cycle where both parties motivate each other, creating an environment of growth and support. Of course, you must also be aware that, to attract such people, you need to work on being someone who uplifts others. Personal growth is a two-way street. The more you strive to be a source of inspiration and support for others, the more you will attract people who offer the same to you. Surrounding yourself with people who uplift you will not only improve your emotional well-being but will also help you stay true to your Stoic principles. You will be more conscious of your choices, stronger in your decisions, and ultimately more capable of facing challenges with confidence and resilience. Habit 7. Be patient and consistent. Patience and consistency are two essential virtues that, although often underestimated, will take you much further than you imagine. In a world that values immediate results, Stoicism teaches us to have a long-term vision, to not rush, and to remain steadfast in our goals, no matter how slow progress may seem. Being patient means accepting that things don't always happen when we want them to. Often, we want quick results, whether in work, relationships, or personal growth. But Stoicism reminds us that real and lasting change takes time. According to Seneca, nothing great happens quickly. Patience allows you to persevere, to keep going, even when you don't see immediate results. Consistency, on the other hand, is what keeps that daily effort alive. It's easy to get excited at the beginning of a new project or goal, but what really makes a difference is your ability to keep going even when the motivation fades. Stoicism encourages us to diligently work on our goals day after day, without expecting immediate rewards. It is the constant effort that, over time, yields surprising results. Imagine you are planting a seed. You don't see it grow immediately, but you know that if you water it and take care of it consistently, it will eventually become a strong plant. The same happens with your goals and projects. Progress may not be visible right away, but every small step you take brings you closer to your final goal. Patience and consistency go hand in hand. Being consistent requires discipline, but also a good dose of patience not to give up when results seem slow. In this process, it's important to remember that what is worth it takes time. While society may make you feel that everything must happen quickly, it is in the slow and steady work where true success is built. One of the greatest benefits of adopting patience and consistency is that they reduce your anxiety and frustration. When you understand that progress takes time, you free yourself from the pressure of having to achieve everything immediately. You stop focusing on what you haven't achieved and instead concentrate on what you can do today, here and now. Remember that patience is not passivity, and consistency is not monotony. Both virtues require conscious effort. True courage often isn't found in great heroic acts, but in the ability to keep going, to continue working, even when it seems like nothing is changing. This is how inner strength is cultivated and how, little by little, you get closer to your dreams. Habit 8. Live with purpose every day. Living with purpose is essential for leading a full and meaningful life. This habit not only gives you a clear direction but also motivates you to get up every morning with the intention of making each day count. When you understand what you truly value and wish to achieve, every action you take aligns with those goals and principles, leading to a more satisfying life. Stoicism teaches us that our existence isn't just a series of aimless days. On the contrary, every day is an opportunity to live intentionally. Marcus Aurelius, one of the greatest Stoic philosophers, used to remind himself that every morning is a gift, a new opportunity to do the best you can with what is presented to you. Ask yourself, what can I do today that aligns with my values and goals? The first step to living with purpose is identifying what truly matters to you. What are your passions? What drives you? It could be family, work, creativity, learning, or even helping others. It's crucial to take some time to reflect on this. By doing so, you establish a framework that will guide your daily decisions and actions. Once you've identified your purposes, it's essential to integrate them into your routine. This could be as simple as dedicating specific time each day to work on a project you're passionate about or ensuring you spend quality time with your loved ones. This approach will help keep you motivated, as every small step you take toward your goals will bring you closer to them. Moreover, living with purpose gives you a sense of achievement and satisfaction. Instead of feeling lost or overwhelmed, you'll have mental clarity that allows you to make more conscious decisions aligned with your values. You'll feel more empowered to face the challenges that arise, knowing that each difficulty is just another step toward your goal. Don't forget that living with purpose doesn't mean you have to have all the answers or a perfectly outlined life plan. Sometimes, purpose reveals itself through continuous experiences and reflections. What's important is to remain open to opportunities and live each day with intention. By living with purpose, you not only empower yourself but also inspire others to do the same, creating a positive impact on your surroundings. So today, make a commitment to yourself. Decide to live with purpose every day and watch how it transforms your life. As we reach the end of this journey through the 12 Stoic lessons to never feel lonely or depressed, it's essential to reflect on how each of these habits intertwines and complements one another. Stoic philosophy offers us powerful tools that, if applied in our daily lives, can transform our perception of the world and our emotional experience. We've explored the importance of accepting what we cannot control. This lesson reminds us that much of the suffering we experience comes from our attachment to external things or situations beyond our influence. By learning to let go of these attachments, we free ourselves from the emotional burden we often carry. At the same time, cultivating gratitude provides us with a new perspective. It teaches us to focus on what we have rather than what we lack. This practice not only improves our emotional well-being but also helps us recognize the small things that enrich our lives. We cannot forget the importance of not clinging to external validation. In a world that constantly seeks our attention and approval, remembering that our worth doesn't depend on others' opinions is liberating. This empowers us to make authentic decisions that resonate with our true selves. Maintaining a structured routine and practicing emotional detachment are other tools we've discussed. Having structure in our lives gives us a sense of security and control, while detachment teaches us to enjoy experiences without being emotionally tied to the outcomes. These habits foster a resilient mindset and prepare us to face life's ups and downs with grace. Cultivating meaningful relationships is another key lesson. It reminds us that, although we may sometimes feel alone, there are always people willing to support us and share in our joys and sorrows. By strengthening our connections, we build a support network that sustains us during difficult times. When it comes to our emotions, learning to face them without fear is essential. Life is full of ups and downs, and allowing ourselves to feel each emotion, whether joy, sadness, or fear, is a vital part of the human process. This acceptance leads to a greater understanding of ourselves and a deeper connection with those around us. Simplicity also plays an important role in our quest for happiness. Often, we find ourselves trapped in the complexity of modern life, forgetting that true satisfaction can be found in simple things. Learning to appreciate the everyday and find beauty in simplicity can have a profound impact on our well-being. Strengthening our daily willpower and being kind to ourselves are lessons that must always be present. Recognizing our achievements, no matter how small, and being compassionate with our imperfections propels us to move forward with determination and self-love. Finally, avoiding comparison with others is key to maintaining our mental peace. In a world saturated with images of success and perfection, reminding ourselves that each path is unique is essential for living an authentic and fulfilling life. By integrating these 8 Stoic lessons into our daily lives, we not only become stronger, but we also give ourselves the power to live with greater authenticity and connection. Loneliness and sadness may be part of our human experience, but they don't have to define us. By applying these teachings, we can build a life rich in meaning and purpose. So, if you ever feel lost, remember these lessons. Allow yourself to be human, to accept the path you're on, and trust that, through practice and reflection, you can face any challenge with a calm mind and an open heart. Life is a journey, and every day is an opportunity to be the best version of yourself. Thank you for joining me in this reflection on Stoicism and how it can guide us toward a fuller life. Leave us a comment sharing your opinion. It helps motivate more people to become the best version of themselves. Give me a like and don't forget that subscribing is free. See you in the next chapter.